Hey there, folks. Welcome to Unit 3, Cartographic Design and Data Visualization. In this unit, we will be gaining an understanding of the properties of color and how best to utilize color in your cartographic products. We'll also get a better understanding of how to utilize point, line, and polygon symbols to assist in the interpretation of your map and its features. We'll familiarize ourselves with the basic cartographic principles that contribute to effective map design, layout, and structure. We'll describe the methodologies available to parse data into various classes for visual representation in a map. And we'll apply smart mapping and tables in ArcGIS Online. So, assignments for this week. You are reading Chapter 4 in your textbook, Essentials. You also have a quiz, Unit 3 quiz in MyHeritage, and you are doing 2 labs. Labs are 2-1 and 2-2. All of that is due on Sunday, February 9th. At 11:30 p.m. So let's talk about Chapter 4, Cartographic Principles. In this chapter, we're going to take a deeper dive into the art and science of map design, known as cartography. So I hope this appeals to the many creatives I know we have in this class. We're going to start by looking at color, how it helps distinguish features, represent data, and create visual impact. We'll also be discussing color models like RGB for screens and CMYK for print, and color ramps, which are just gradients that can show changes in data's values across a map. And when we choose these values carefully, colors can help make a map really easy to read. When we don't, they can actually just confuse our audience. So that's why we're going to start here and spend some time just thinking about design. The next design feature that we're going to talk about is symbolization. So we represent data with points, lines, and polygons. But we can also adjust symbol size, shape, and color to communicate different types and quantities of information. For example, we might use larger symbols to show bigger populations, just like was done on Gapminder, if any of you took the chance to look into that fun website last week. Next, we'll explore typography. That's the way we use text for labeling. This is going to involve picking legible fonts and sizes and placing labels so they don't overlap. It's also going to involve making different features appear and disappear depending on how zoomed in we are. And then we're going to talk about map layouts to bring all these elements together. This is where we arrange titles, legends, scale bars, north arrows, all of the different components that make a great map so that the map's purpose is immediately clear. Okay? A concept called visual hierarchy is going to guide our viewers' eyes to the most important information first, and we'll start to develop a mindset that applies visual hierarchy to our mapping outputs. We'll also touch on practical considerations like using colorblind friendly palettes, adding multilingual labels, or experimenting with 3D mapping for extra depth. The main point is that good cartographic design not only presents data, but tells a clear, engaging story about that data. Okay? And then applying everything that we read in the textbook, we'll be doing a couple labs on using tables and smart mapping. The first is a lab about using tables to work with layers, and the second is about styling a map using smart mapping. The tips that I have for you this week as you go through these labs are to, 1, review your basics, how to open a map, how to save a map, how to name a map, where to organize it in your files. The next tip is to make sure you are in Map Viewer. You are going to log on to ArcGIS Online, you're going to open a new map, and you're not automatically going to be in the map viewer format, which you can think of as like your editable version of your map. There's going to be a button sort of in the middle top right. It's going to say map viewer. You're going to want to make sure that you're in map viewer to do all the work in your labs. And my next tip is to explore. Take some time to play with the different styles, right? This chapter is all about color and design, and I want to give you guys a chance to work through those and see the different options that exist, which communicate best, which are maybe less communicative or more confusing. Take some time to explore. And lastly, before I sign off, I want to take a moment to highlight another fun website in the world of mapping. This week I'm going to talk about ShadeMap. ShadeMap is an interactive website that shows you exactly where and when you'll find shade or sunlight anywhere in the world. So it's perfect for planning a picnic, a photo shoot, or just trying to avoid the hottest day. With these real-time visuals of how the sun moves across different locations, it's really cool to see which places are going to be bathed in light, which places are going to be in the shade. So whether you're an outdoor enthusiast, a photographer, or you're just curious, it's a really cool tool. Website is ShadeMap. I'll post it in the unit description. As always, get at me in office hours, 5:30 to 6:30, Tuesday, Thursday. If you can't make it, shoot me an email. Hope you guys are doing well.